The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Make you want a boogaloo, huh?
Yeah.
Seriously, man.
What's the count? What's the count?
What's the count? Missing Ferran, though.
We ain't missing him. We got Hallmarks for him.
That's good.
So, welcome Monday, right?
Yes, it is.
Monday it is.
After a while, it's going to be what? Monday Night Football, right?
Yeah, seriously, we got what?
So we going to be
4 more months or so.
Yeah,
Can't wait for that.
We're going to be right around there. Well, anyway, welcome. Sports Collective TV.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I'm Cali Sportsman. This is my diverse group of individuals that will properly introduce themselves down the road here.
That's right.
But no, we want to welcome all our guests who came out today, and we got a fun-filled show for you, with tons of information. And if not, just something that you can watch and be excited about, because not too many times you can come to L.A., hop on the mic, and talk about sports, right?
No.
Definitely not.
Yeah, we're in the number 1, number 2 market in the country, and we here talking about sports. So I'm going to introduce myself again as Cali Sportsman, Sports Media TV. Shout out to my boy WDC, somewhere in Dallas, doing his thing.
WDC. I think he's watching. He's watching too.
What's the count?
We peace out, bro. Peace, man. I know you in Dallas. I know they got thunderstorms down there. Boy,
They do.
It's like, ooh, my goodness. But anyway, he's down there doing some real good things with sickle cell trait awareness, and much shout out to him and my boy over here to the right.
Yeah.
Who texts me all the time.
You got it, yeah. Not on that weird stuff, though, but yeah.
How weird.
Yeah. No, we're not getting into that on this show.
It's not.
But
He
you got
just
your
need
boy.
a ride. He just need a
Yeah,
ride.
man,
That's
I'll
all
take
it
no
is.
cars.
Just no,
Hey.
I don't even know if I want to say ride. No, he just need.
You just need somebody. Oh, man.
He need an Uber. I said Uber. He need an Uber.
Hey, give the call to Elia, man. So you got your boy Big Al to the right, giving you what's hot in the NBA weekly with the NBA alert. You can follow me on Al Pasquale at Facebook and Instagram. So check that out.
For sure. This is Luwop. You can follow me on Instagram, Luwop420. I get just waiting on Fredo so we can dive in on this.
I will. Well, we'll dive into that. I know you were waiting all weekend for it, but don't worry about it. I can prepare it as well. But of course, my name is Fredo Cervantes. Of course, I'm here to tell you nothing but the truth. And if you can't handle it, it ain't my fault. But Al, sir, Al, what do we got going on today, Al?
Without wasting any time, we're going to get into the NBA alert, if
Yes,
you will. So the game,
The alert.
alert, right? Alert, yeah.
Yeah.
Still
Got it
sticks.
right now.
3 weeks later.
Okay, all right.
Don't stop being creative now.
No. We're already in this now. So this is how it works. I'm going to propose the scenario. It's always
Wonderful.
NBA related, and you guys will be the judges if this is cause for concern for the team or the players involved. If it is so, ring the alarm, if you will, in
really?
response.
Alarm, so we did that.
All right.
Another creative piece. Alarm.
Yeah, we're all about words over here at
There it is.
Sports
Very
Collective
smart.
TV.
Works. Very smart. Very smart guy.
So the Cleveland Cavaliers just lost in a blowout loss at home to the Indiana Pacers,
Blowout.
98-80. They went an abysmal 8 for 34 from the arc, literally died by the three. And this has everybody being very critical of the newly in February formed Cavaliers and their three-point heavy play style. So guys, Is game one loss and the whole drama that's been surrounding the Cavs this season reason for alarm for the Cavs?
Definitely.
Yeah?
You're facing the Black Panther himself.
Yeah.
Oladipo.
There we go.
Killing it.
And you saw it
killing
before he did that a couple of times in the game, right?
I mean,
Yeah, but when you play cut and paste basketball, anything can happen. So I'm a fan that it's just not happening for them. I'm looking for the 76ers to just go and make it happen.
You think they're
So,
going to beat them this year in the playoffs?
I hope so.
So what's
You
up?
hope so. That's
You
too
think
much
so?
to hope for.
who? The
That's a
Sixers
hope
are going
so.
to beat the Cavs?
I hope so. We're talking LeBron James.
Yeah.
You know, anything can happen.
Past the
So
Pacers right now at this point.
you know, he could be the commissioner of basketball right now. So
but
anything
yeah.
can
You
happen.
still need to put
And
other
he's-
He's the
players
coach.
around him.
so
You need to put other
He's
players
not
around
going to
him.
join Philly, though, if they beat him.
I just
That'd
look
be
at
crazy.
Love is not there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? JR is not there. He just don't really have all the pieces. So, you know.
It's
That's
LeBron
true.
versus everybody right now, and I don't know if LeBron can do it.
That's true. Kevin Love actually got 17 boards and 9 points yesterday, so that was a weird performance, too.
I mean, he used to chew up the boards all the time in Minnesota, you know, so he's known for that. But he needed to show up a little bit more on the offensive end,
Yeah.
especially when
Right.
when you consider that they're a 3-point shooting team. You know, you have your one big man, your legit big man, not counting LeBron, because I mean,
Right.
the dude
And you
plays-
got to look at when it's Love. Is it Love rebounds, offensive rebounds? Because that's what he's known for.
Right.
Right.
So,
But the 9
There's not a
points
lot.
when you're the big man on the squad that can shoot the three, you know.
Yeah,
you only
and
got 9
second
points.
option.
And the
9
clear
points?
second option now.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
before it was kind of, am I the second or third option for Kevin Love? Now that Kyrie's gone, he's clearly the second option, so he needs to bring more on the offensive end for sure. But what about that three-point heavy play style that they have going? It really seems like if they're hitting their threes, they're winning, and if they're not, they're losing.
Yeah.
but it's. I mean,
This
that's
isn't-
basketball one-on-one.
Yeah,
you
live
could.
by the
right.
three,
You could.
die by the three, right?
But,
Exactly.
but they don't.
So-
They have the players to not have to do that. They have enough players to be very effective inside with JR.
Yeah,
and
but when you
Rodney
look
Hood
at
and
when you
LeBron.
look at their half court game is real slow. So then the ball rotation is not being moved around fast enough to be able to shift the defense. If you can shift the defense faster, then you can do things. But when you got LeBron is actually not bringing the ball up, so he's the second or third person touching the ball, right? And then by that time, how much time is he's taking to actually penetrate a shot?
It's like 10 seconds left on the
So
clock or something.
it's just you got to move the ball a lot faster when you do it on a half court, and they're not getting a lot of fast court break scenarios.
Yeah, and their defense hasn't improved enough this series so far either. So how far do you think the series will go in games?
I mean, honestly, you look at a game as like yesterday, LeBron. Whew, he's gonna have a tough one, but I think
Yeah.
they'll get it out in 6.
6?
Cleveland will
Okay.
get it in 6, I believe. I think they'll be able to get out of this one, but the next one is gonna be a lot tougher than it is.
Yeah,
Wow.
I got to roll with Fredo. I mean, with Indiana, they not deep. I think they just got one good game going for them. I think that builds momentum and confidence going in the game too. But it's gonna be Cleveland's gonna win it in the end.
I
Good
have
for you, Louis.
India in 7. I don't know.
Wow.
I saw
Okay.
I saw something out Oladipo. He's trying to shine. So India in 7.
yeah, I mean, he's been lighting it up this year.
Oladipo out of nowhere came
Yeah.
this year because last year with OKC he was all right.
He was under Russell Westbrook's shadow. Also.
That
Of
was
course,
the main
of course.
criticism.
But
Shadow.
still, it could have been done something. But
So we're gonna take a little break. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come back to some more sports, more activities, more organic ways that we do things here at Sports Collect TV. So stay with us.
Absolutely. Don't forget to call at 323-293-3375.
Hey, you did like a gang sign.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed, my brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, did you see the game last night?
Oh, that was a good game.
But did you see the shot?
I lost money from that shot.
Oh,
too.
man, that shot was cold,
I
man.
hated it, but it was good. Damn. What's in those jeans?
You really want to know?
I do.
Exhaustion, muscle spasms, asthmatic issues, unexpected sickle cell trait crises.
Damn. Are you serious? When I was young, I found out I had sickle cell trait. My mom's told me, but I ain't have no knowledge of it. But when I got older, I had a child, and the doctor told me my daughter has sickle cell trait. You know the fact that both parents have sickle cell trait, there's a 50% chance the child may have the trait, and 25% chance the child may have the disease.
Hey, that's what's the count. Do you know that 2.5 million people in the United States have sickle cell trait, 300 million people globally? I didn't find out I had sickle cell trait until I was in the Army, 10 years. Next thing you know, I had a sickle cell trait exertion site.
Sickle cell. I thought that was a black gene or something.
Nah, man, the Latin community is number 2. 1 out of 36,000 babies are being born with sickle cell disease. You could be Caucasian, Mediterranean, European. You gotta know your bloodline, man. There is an inherited gene in our community that has been forgotten. The name is sickle cell trait. WDCONSCT, also known as What's the Count, is out to bring awareness, education, and prevention to people all over the globe. Want more information? Call us now at 323-215-5384 or visit www.wdconsct.org.
All right, welcome back to Sports Collective TV. We're going to start today's segment, Freedom, Growth, in Sports. So today we have Kendra Risen here with us today from Youth Build. She actually has an event that we're going to be collaborating with coming up this week. Would you like to tell us more about yourself and the event itself?
Well, my name is Kendra Risen. I'm a AmeriCorps Vista, working with Youth Build Charter Schools of California. Youth Build Charter School, we serve students from ages 16 through 24. It's our veterinary school, and my main focus this year as a Vista, I'm helping bring extracurricular activities such as sports activities and building a tutoring program for our students.
Okay.
Chess and checkers, right? Okay. No, I'm just joking.
Because that's what attracts the kids in our neighborhoods, right?
Yeah.
Chess and checkers.
Chess and checkers.
A little bit of Connect
deeper
Four.
than that, a little deeper than that.
Well, tell us more about yourself. Did you play sports in high school?
Yeah, I played a lot of sports. I played volleyball, basketball, softball, tennis, and I was the water girl for the football team. It was only to get in the game.
I was always thirsty. Be always thirsty, huh?
I gotta cure the thirst.
Water. What about college?
In college, well, I had got a couple of scholarships for basketball to attend a community college in Ohio, and also another D2 school called Lemoyne Owens is in Memphis, Tennessee.
Lemoyne Owens,
Yeah.
famous school.
But no, I didn't take it.
She was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, pretty much. I wanted to go to a D1 school, so
That's every man and every woman's dream.
yeah, and I kind of just gave up on the dream when I didn't.
So
get in the
where did
D1.
you go?
Oh, sorry. Well, I ended up going to school at Columbia, South Carolina at Benedict College.
Yeah, know about Benedict too. Good school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I do a national recruit program, so there ain't too many schools I don't know about. I know about Lemoyne Owens in Memphis. I know about Benedict because my son wanted to go there. It's a private school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good school. It's very family oriented type school. It's a dope school. I had an option of playing volleyball my sophomore year because they saw me in the gym just playing around. So they wanted me on the basketball team and the volleyball team, but I chose not to do it.
Neither one.
Again.
So do you play basketball at South Carolina or?
Well, I didn't play on the team.
Were you the water girl?
No.
Oh.
For volleyball, I had walked on the team, and I was redshirted the first year, so the scholarship money wasn't that much money, so I ended up doing it. But far as basketball, I helped run our intramural leagues that was going on around campus, so that was me still playing my sport, but I was still free, not really committing to the scholarship portion of.
So how was that, like being on college campus, your whole expectations of playing ball Division I, and then, like you said, then having to adjust to organizing intramural play, but still being involved in a sport you love?
Yeah, once I had that heartache that I didn't make it to a D1 school, I kind of lost that drive and passion of the sport, kind of, until I went back to school and got to play with my friends and just have it in a fun way instead of like the competition way. So being able to still see the sport in that light outside of competition, it brought back the love of the sport again.
Right.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then, like you said, you never know how roads are going to end up. Now you're in LA, you're working for Youth Build, and tell us more about the tournament coming up this Thursday.
So yeah, with our school, since it's our alternative school, we do not offer sports at our school site. So I was thinking about the intramural league when planning those. I wanted to plan a basketball tournament for our students because they was asking for basketball and football at our school. So I thought, why not basketball first? And so I'm working with Cal State Dominguez Hills with our event that's going on this Thursday. The student athletes on the basketball team for men's and women is helping us referee and coach our basketball teams.
And it's more than just a basketball tournament, right? It's not just the tournament itself.
Yeah, the whole idea of it, I want students to see. Well, in the morning it's going to be like a college tour, and then in the afternoon is a basketball tournament. I wanted to give students another outlet of seeing college because I'm pretty sure most of our students went on college tours and seeing that part of college. You're going to see, financial aid office and the classrooms and stuff. But I also wanted them to see, the college life, the fun part of it, and you could plan your own sports league. If you not on the basketball team, you could still have fun and bring that type of culture in the school.
Okay, so I'm gonna open it up.
I mean, it's still good to see intramural basketball still around because when I was in college, intramural basketball was just for anybody who had a liking for any particular sport, and then you would compete with other schools. So Cal State Long Beach is compete with Cal State Fullerton, and
oh really?
So yeah, it was a little competition, and then AAU came back, and then the intramurals kind of went out, and then now we're dealing with like LABC leagues.
Right.
So just interesting how I could go back 100 years ago when she's talking about intramural. So it's like in our off season, that's what we did. We was intramurals. We played in intramural basketball, but then, and there was intramural basketball, football, swimming. It was intramural everything on the college campus. So it's good to hear that. And she took the idea and adapted to creating. So my question is, how many teams did you end up getting in your tournament?
Well, we have 20 different school sites, and as of right now, we have 9 schools who signed up to participate in the basketball tournament.
Nice.
Was it a fee to pay, or?
Oh, no, it's all free.
It's all free.
It's just our first time doing something of this sort, but I'm sure once they see this go well, it's going to be a continuing thing.
And to the right of us, we're actually going to be having our host for the tournament,
our
own Fredo Cervantes. So.
Yes, it's going to be very exciting to go ahead and see. You said it was about 300 and some people to go ahead and get crazy out there with, so it's going to be very fun. But one of the things that we're also looking forward to is broadcasting and doing the live play-by-play for the tournament games. Of course, how many games are there going to be in total?
It's going to be 3 rounds of 3 games. So
3 rounds of 3 games, and it's going to be the championship game towards the end.
Yeah.
So, of course, it's going to be also amazing to call another championship game. Just to let you guys know, whoever was there, I got a chance to listen to the LABC last week's championship game, which was amazing. It was a great turnaround.
The way it ended, too.
The way it ended, man, it was amazing. And shout out to Louise Darby out there. He did an amazing play. I don't know if you guys got to see the highlights.
Come on now. I'm watching.
Yeah.
That boy was dunking.
Woo.
Baseline dunk.
That should have been on SC Top 10 for sure.
That was
baseline
nasty.
dunk.
And that was just to put the close on the game there because they were up by 2. And the and one bucket, it was amazing. But let's go back into the amazing event that's going to be happening on Thursday. So it's going to be located in Cal State Dominguez Hills. And that's in the city of
Carson.
Carson. I thought it was Torrance for some reason.
Right next door.
Yeah, right next door. Yeah, I'm not too familiar. But yeah, no, we're going to be very excited to go ahead and take part. I know myself, Oscar, part of the crew is going to be able to join us as well. And Ferran, if you're watching out there, I know he's ready.
But it's in the afternoon, right?
Yes.
I understand it's like from 2 to...
Yeah,
2 to
2
6.
to 6, yeah.
Some of us, we got to go dig holes and, feed families. So,
Too bad.
But I'll definitely be on the app, right? Let's promote that app.
Yes, sir. As well, the app Sports Collective Radio. Of course, this is Sports Collective TV. Let's just make this a little more clear for everybody out there watching. This is Sports Collective TV. This is the show that we brought to you from the very get-go, from where we had our other show at the other previous station. Then we have Sports Collective Radio on the radio app, which you can download on Google Play and on the App Store sooner than later. App is with Apple is taking a little bit more than what we expected, but of course, if you have an iPhone, download the Spreaker app today. You can listen straight through there as well. Visit MorrisMediaLive.com. Go ahead and catch Sports Collective TV. And we're going to be bringing you highlights as well on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Sports Collective Media. We're going to be giving you guys all the details for Thursday. So any details up there, Instagram Live, Facebook Live, we'll be giving you guys everything out for the basketball tournament this Thursday.
I mean, that was a mouthful, and it really just says we're a one-stop shop. So all your sports needs between our app, between our podcast. I hate to say that word. I like to say live television.
No, it is because
live
podcast
radio,
is a whole different thing.
Yeah,
podcast
you got to pre-record, it's uploaded, so we're live. So if you want to give us a call just to get more information, 323-293-3375.
Correct.
Holla at us.
Holla.
So as our listeners know, we're huge advocates for the sickle cell awareness and the trait itself. So we definitely have to quiz you on some of this stuff, right? So
quiz.
When was the first time you heard about sickle cell and the trait?
The first time I heard about it was in high school, but it was I didn't know too much of it. I've been out of high school for a while now.
Okay. Do you know anyone that has sickle cell trait?
Actually, I do, not knowing that they did have it, but we found out later, as we got older, that she had it. One of my close friends from high school.
Okay. And how do you feel important it is for parents, athletes, and coaches to know about this trait and testing their athletes?
I think it's super important because it's certain symptoms that seem common, but it seems kind of common. So you may not know that it could be a certain trait that came from genetically or whatnot. So I don't know. It's very important to find out about it for you to know how to handle it.
Right, and at the end of the day, as coaches, as parents, as athletes, we want to always look out for the health of those performers, and it shouldn't really cost them their livelihood. Anything else before we move on to
we just want to say thank you for coming on.
Yes.
We'll be, like I said, go to that app, check out the play-by-play with Fredo.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So we're going to take another quick break.
And we will be back with In the Zone with Robert Lamar.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm Sergeant First Class Ferran Dozier. I'm here at the military base, and I have the sickle cell trait. Now, why I got involved is I experienced what they call sickle cell trait exertion. And I was doing the Army physical fitness test, the 2-mile run, and when I got done, I collapsed. A lot of soldiers and athletes have been dying at football fields and running track, and the family members have no idea that they have the sickle cell trait gene or that it's a trigger. So my purpose is to mobilize the community so we can find out what's in your genes. How will life be if we could prevent another child from being born with sickle cell trait or disease? And if a child was born with the trait or disease, that the family members would have the education, awareness, and resources in every city that they lived in. So tune into our webinar series and find out what's the count.
What's the count? What's the count? What's the count?
Questions to Coach. All right, so once again, you know who it is. It's your boy Robert Lamar.
There we go.
What's happening, everybody?
Yeah.
What's up, bro? You know? Hey, I'm just happy to be here. It's Monday, man.
My boy got his cut on too.
Hey, do you see the dip? Do you see the dip?
I'm seasick. Okay. I'm seasick.
Don't get sick.
I'm seasick.
Don't get sick. Man. Now I am honored here because I have the guest of the hour, aka my former teammate at Chatsworth. 1998 LA City champions, and this is my boy over here, a.k.a. Coach Darius Orange of Jackie Robinson High School.
How y'all doing?
So did he play, man, or was he getting water from her?
No,
I mean, what was going on?
He was on the field. He was on the field.
Now, we had you on our old show.
Yes, sir.
And that was off of you coming off of your first city championship as a coach.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so you're back and you got another one.
Yes, sir.
Let everybody know how it feels to be like a multiple champion in the LA City section, man.
Man, it feels good, man. Just to be able to see my boys set their mind to something and accomplish it, man. That was a great feeling, you know. Been in this game a long time, so to have 2 rings up under me is a extra special feeling.
You know, before we go any further, I just want to say that everybody, if you guys ever played sports before, you always got that one teammate where your coach says, you know what, out of all my players, this is going to be the one that's going to be the coach. It was this guy.
Yeah.
This is my best teammate I've ever had in my life in football. Yeah. So congratulations, man. You are actually what they call an OG at this point. Over 10 years in the game.
It's called double OG.
Trying to, trying to keep them coming.
I always, my admiration as being a basketball coach and working with the youth is just watching them to develop, the development piece. Yeah. Of course you always want to get to the W.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. What was your biggest challenge because you're dealing with 60 players, 50, 60 players?
I got about 40 kids.
40 kids?
Yeah.
So what's the big challenge you had trying to get to the chip, keeping them motivated, keeping the confidence up?
We started off on a great run. My biggest thing was to keep them humble. Mm-hmm. You win 2 or 3 games, it's easy to, we gonna run the table, and you lose sight of what you came for. The biggest thing was just keeping them focused, stay humble, one game at a time. And once they kind of fell into that, it was easy selling from there on out because I was on the sideline. I didn't have to do no meetings. So, but besides that, it was just keeping them focused and stay hungry, one game at a time. So every Monday was a new day, a new week.
But see, he did that and kept them humble. But see, they knew they were going to run the table. Yeah. So he was really like, "Hey, calm down. We haven't did nothing. We haven't did nothing yet." He was just like on their heads.
It wasn't finished until we got the ring.
Everybody knew they were going to run the table. Yeah. It was just that for him to keep them focused and actually complete the deal was a coaching job at its finest.
My man called it the year before.
I did.
We lost in the playoffs, and me and him sat to the side after the game. He's like, "So you're going to come out running the table next year?" I just laughed and like, we coming for it. So for him to say that and to come true, and it was a great feeling, man. And it's first time ever in school history. And I've had some great teams besides this team.
Yeah. So who's, like, player-wise that's been with you through the program? Because I think that's always the heart of any program, not the kid that came on and got highly recruited because he had talent, but the kid that you actually, from start to finish, developed and then that you could feel proud of. Give them the shout-out.
It's not just a boy; it's families. Shout out to the Zaragoza brothers. Shout out to the Lalo and everybody. To all the Landau brothers, we appreciate y'all. It's very a family thing, man. I have kids who's been watching my program since 6th grade, and their brothers played for me, and they wanted to come up to that school to play there, and they bought in, from not playing their 9th grade year to being starters 10th, 11th, and 12th, and putting the blood, sweat, and tears in. We're not a traditional big school by all means. I think my school probably has 700 kids.
Yeah, that's pretty
So I have kids, probably 1 or 2 football kids who ever played football before high school.
Wow.
So to get these kids who come to our school for academics, that let me know right there that they're in for the win.
Mm-hmm.
And it trickles down. Families, cousins, little brothers want to play. They see me, "Hey, coach, next year I'm up there with you." So that's a thrill to see them kids come and start from little 6th grade, 7th grade, watching them 8th grade, 9th grade, they out there, and it's like, okay, now look at you. 10th grade, they coming into themselves. 11th, 12th, they hitting the weight room. They getting the confidence about themselves. So that's my joy, man, and it's been a pleasure for the last 13 years to see that. And it's what my coaches put into me from the get-go. I thank my coaches for putting that into me because nowadays these coaches are being soft on these young men. So, it's just hard love and a lot of smiles. I might say something bad, but I give a good job after that, or suck it up, or it's okay. It happens to the best of us. That's what men do. Mm-hmm. We fight, we take our lumps, and we keep moving.
That's right.
Definitely. Hey, I'm just blinded by what you got on your hands right over there. Let's show that for the camera a little bit.
Put the chippers up there.
There we
chippers.
Go. How does that feel to wear those right now?
It feels good.
If they missing, just call me.
Right. It feels good because I didn't get in that in high school. Unfortunately, we got close, or we were there. I wrestled in high school. So it was a little different atmosphere chasing one as a student athlete to winning one as a coach. I think I appreciate it more than when I probably would have been younger winning it. I appreciate my kids laugh because I tell them all the time, rings to be worn, not in a trophy case.
Yeah,
you win them to wear them. So if you take off this ring, you can see the tan. I wore it all last year. I wore it since I got it. And the same thing's going to go for this one. It's just I'm proud of our accomplishments, so I wear them.
What do you think was your biggest challenge this season?
Biggest challenge this season? not getting ejected out of a game.
It gets heated then, huh?
I'm a loud voice, and I let the refs have it with all love and respect. But sometimes I rub them the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the refs got to be put in this place.
Yeah,
so I get that.
Especially,
I've been there.
they get their checks and they want to get home just like everybody else. So
Yeah.
they rush the game sometimes, so I give it to them.
But sometimes they be really insufficient, man.
Yeah.
And I be covering those games, so I see it firsthand.
Be consistent. That's all we ask.
I mean, it's a tough job, though. I mean, you got to. I mean, I coach basketball, so it's like they don't see everything.
No.
And what angle they stand in and all that comes to play.
Yeah.
And us as the coaches, we seeing everything. We seeing what happened. Hey, what happened?
It's easy to blame the ref.
But you know what? In the end of the day, that's a you problem because you get paid to see the thing. So therefore, I don't even want to hear none of that.
That's true.
Real talk.
And
So, but what's just put everything in perspective now?
Mm-hmm.
You have a legit program, a program that people slept on. Nobody cannot sleep on it no more.
No more.
Get off the pillow.
So it's getting bigger.
Yeah.
And when your level of athletes increase, you got other problems that you got to start kind of addressing. Like one is like your athletes that might have a sickle cell trait.
Yeah.
Are you aware of the sickle cell trait?
Yes, I am. Yes,
And how, is your staff, like trainers, is like coaches, or everybody else aware of it as well?
Yeah, we're very aware of putting our kids on getting tested for sickle cell traits. I actually lost a football player in 2009 to sickle cell.
Oh, man.
Ivan Felix, rest in peace, kid.
Didn't even know that.
We called him Buddha. He played football he fought through it.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Do we got a caller up in here? Wait a minute. Oh, hello?
Hello?
Is this WDC?
Yeah.
What's the count, baby?
What's the count?
Hello?
The WDC, do you hear us?
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Man, I'm over here. I was an assistant coach for Desert, and we played against Annie Mo Jackson.
That's not WDC.
Oh, that's not WDC.
It's the assistant coach from Desert. How you doing, coach?
That's funny. He kept saying hello. I ain't him.
I wanted to just pay my respect to them because they had a damn well good game against us.
Yeah, your boys fought hard. We appreciate the competition, man, and it was a great line of respect between both teams and both coaches.
That was like your hardest game that year, wasn't it?
Yeah. This is past this year. They gave us a real fight, and their record might not show for it, but they came out blazing.
Yeah, they did.
It was that David and the Goliath. They had something to prove. They wanted to knock that chip off our shoulder. So I respect your boys, and much love to your team, Coach.
Thank you. I just wanted to see if I can give some notice to the cornerback, I believe, got a couple of picks against us.
Yeah, number 25. He's actually a senior this year. We're going to lose him. Great kid, been with the program for 4 years. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. That's a tough loss, man.
Yeah.
He was real good.
Yes, sir. You know how losing kids can start a program, turning it around the other way. So hopefully we stay on the track of winning this year, hopefully, and just stay humble.
Hey, thank you, Coach, for calling. And hey, follow us that are at the Sports Collective Media on Facebook and Instagram page. And, maybe we can do something with you in the future.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because you came in second, right? I got jokes. Hey, one question I always ask is because, we also, with the sickle cell trait, we do a lot of community stuff. We have True Elite Performance, which is a college preparation program for student athletes. And, we're going to bust that bubble in a minute. So, it's always that kid that need help or because once you get to go from middle school to high school and they're in the program, how are you looking in regards to the development as a student athlete going to college?
We really push our kids on academics. We make sure they get full classes like college courses. We don't sugarcoat it for them. I don't as a coach. I let them know you're going to fight. If you want to be in these colleges, you're going to have to put the work in now to be in them colleges. Our kids is very hard worker, and being at Jackie Robinson prepares you for college off tops. Our staff is there for you. They make sure they write the help you with the work, and they stay up. Our staff stay up on the kids with their health.
So what we like to do in the future, if it's possible, is to come out with the college preparation program, so that way they're preparing them for all the little tools. Because with the LAUSDs, there's really no counselors. there's a lot of information out there to get them kind of spearheading, so that by the time they become juniors and seniors, they getting those letters in the mail.
And that's where Scholar Me comes into play too, to make sure that you guys get your transcripts on our app, so it can be certified through the NCAA. Like it's cleared, aka NCAA clearinghouse. So that's a big thing that we stress to the student athletes is don't wait until your senior season to try to call yourself being recruited. It starts at your 10th grade year at this point.
9th grade.
It starts at 9th, but they can't talk to you in 9th grade.
I'm just talking about processing. Just processing the information, because you got your your clearinghouse, your NCAA.org, you got your FastWeb, your CapEx, you got all this stuff that you need, your bio letters by the time you get to the 10th grade, all this stuff to do.
That's 100% correct right there.
Yeah.
Coach Orange, we appreciate you coming through. Is there anything that you want to say about your program? Looking forward to next season. Are we going to repeat? What are the plans that you want to do in taking your Monarchs to maybe what you feel is another level?
Coaches, come get them. That's all I want to say. Come get them. Academic or athletes, come get them. These kids are tough kids that grew up in the city. Give them opportunity. I guarantee you'll like what you get.
Absolutely. And once again, like I said, you can go follow us at Instagram and Twitter at Sports Collective Media, and you can download on the Google Play Store. You can download the app Sports Collective Media as well. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break. You can always give a call in at 323-293-3375. And we got our next segment where we got Abigail, the coach. What's the next segment? Help me out here.
Life Coach with Abigail.
Coach off the court. Oh, we about to get it in right now. Follow us.
There we go.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay.
Many families are impacted by sickle cell disease and sickle cell trait because they are just not aware of the impact of the disease that affects people of color and diverse backgrounds. Join us, be in service with others as we raise awareness on how to identify issues and resources for direct treatment for sickle cell trait. Join us as we support and empower families and individuals with education and information addressing these issues related to sickle cell disorder. Come on and get educated. Visit us online and learn more, wdconsct.org. Sponsorship opportunities are available.
Are you having sickle sex?
Sickle sex?
Yeah, sickle sex. You won't know unless you've been tested.
Really? You can really get sickle cell from having sex?
No, but your baby can. If you carry the sickle cell trait, you could possibly have a baby with the sickle cell disease. Find out more today and get tested. This message brought to you by SCD Disclosure Network.
Turn my mic up. Hey guys, so I am here. It is Abigail with Coach Off the Court, and you better believe that I broke this voice coaching off the court. So I'm actually here to talk to you for about 5 solid minutes, and then I'm going to pass this conversation over to these folks. But I just got to tell you, I had to be here to have this conversation.
That's right.
With these guys. I'm too passionate about what I've got to say today with you guys. And today's conversation is about turning your sport into your superpower.
Right.
And we as athletes have been raised with a certain mentality. We've been coached in a very specific way. And what that tends to do is develop characteristics, and we try to take that into the real world. And it doesn't exactly serve us, and doesn't have us leading the way that we did in sports. And so I want to draw a line in the sand today about what that looks like. And so a mentality that we often have is a very highly critical one that we're always beating ourselves up, and we're like really tough. Our coaches were tough on us, and we could always do better. And what tends to happen is we don't see our successes. We just let that go. It's never good enough. We could always do better. And so we end up also having, the second thing about that is that we have this like never satisfied type of mentality, and it doesn't actually serve us to have our best lives and to lead gracefully in the world.
Yeah.
And so, man, never being satisfied. The other side of that is to really just like appreciate how far you've come and like celebrate how far you've gone. And then the last piece that I want to say about that is one other characteristic that we develop in sports is the highly competitive attitude. Like, gotta win.
Yeah.
Gotta win at all costs.
Absolutely.
And
even if you got to cheat, you got to hit somebody. You got to do it.
At all costs. And what that sets up in the real world is winners and losers.
Yep.
And if we're victorious, then someone's getting defeated. And that doesn't translate in the real world, not when you're trying to reach new levels of success or if you get in a management position. Athletes are naturally leaders.
Yep.
And we get put into management positions, we get put into CEO positions, and then we're confused about why it's not working out for us.
That part.
Yeah, it's a tough road. And so I want to take on a new conversation about what we are actually committed to and what athletics can actually set us up for. And one commitment that we all operate from is a commitment to excellence. Like, that's really what we're working on, is being our best selves, having our teams be our best, having our communities thrive around us. And so if we know that we have that commitment, instead of trying to be critical about it or beat anybody and then never being satisfied with the results, we can really just maintain a commitment to excellence and continue to climb happily and proudly.
Absolutely. I agree with all that, 100%. If I could piggyback off of that, I would say with me being an athlete, it helped me really understand myself.
Yeah.
And what I realized was that I was trying to be this corporate guy. Yeah. I was trying to be watered down.
Yes.
Pretty much I spent a lot of time being a watered down dude who I did not even know.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is, during that time, I had such a disconnect with myself.
Yeah.
The moment that I said, I'm going to chase this dream job of mine and I'm going to go at it, it's when everything just started to come back into place. And all of a sudden, I'm on the radio. I'm on TV.
Yes.
And the funny part is what that is, I was able to reconnect with my boy who I haven't even spoke to in almost 10 years.
Right.
Crazy. And I was able to reach out with other people because finally I was doing something that actually matched me with my whole mentality of, the whole never give up, always wanting to win. Yeah. I hate losing more than I like winning. That's my mentality. Yeah. Simple as that. And I fight. I'm a fighter. I fight for everything I believe, and sports built that in me. Yeah. And when I'm doing something that I don't feel like I can be a winner at, it bores the living hell out of me.
I got you.
The living hell out of me. And that's why I realized that corporate America is no place for me, and I need to be in the sports game, being competitive, because what I do now, I'm competitive, but the funny part is I feel like I'm just competing against myself.
Oh, yeah, that's actually perfect. So I want to set something up for you, and I'm sure most of us can relate, is you're in sports, and then you get out, it's over. And there's this, shock and awe phase,
wow.
What is going on?
That's brutal.
Yeah, and then we start to shift from shock and awe, we start to recover, and we're feeling our way through the world, and we do that next phase is we start to try to blend in and become someone we're not and compromise who we are really authentically. And then there's this enough is enough.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this anymore. This isn't me. And it's exactly what you said. And when people, I want to say this so you don't have to actually hit your rock bottom. You can catch your stride before hitting rock bottom by knowing this, by simply knowing that you can choose your passions. You can choose to really live on that.
And what do you feel about that, Coach Darius?
It's true. You competitive all your life, and then it comes to a stop.
Yeah.
You try to blend in, and it's not you, so you're not happy. You have to find that competitive niche in life to keep you going. I hate to say it like that, but it's
true.
It's true.
Is it tiring, changing that work, or something else?
Yeah.
So it
Real
keeps
talk.
you drive. The competitive as an athlete keeps you going.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I could totally agree because I experienced that when I first went off to college and to completely just shut off of sports, and I played sports my whole entire life.
Right.
I was really at a standstill. I didn't know if I really wanted to play on the team or not. So once I found out about intramural leagues and still finding my passion in sports in a different way and still being a leader, because I was always a leader on our team. So yeah, I totally understand how sports molded me as the individual as I am today.
Sports is my life, and I think if you love it, there's not going to be a love that's going to be close to that outside of you having your kids and your wife and and your mom and dad or whatever, all that other stuff. But from work accomplishments, if it's not if it's not a sports accomplishment, whatever. It don't mean nothing.
Well, and I love what you shared over there. It's like you turned your passion, you kept it alive. You didn't let it die because sports stopped. And that's exactly what we can do in the real world, is we can take our passions and just grow them. So, yeah.
But one thing I think, though, what would help is if people make sure that they have tunnel vision and look out, like life outside of sports. Like, when it's over, what are we going to do? They don't have that plan.
I was going to say, it's actually more like tunnel vision on sports. And then you open up to oh my God, there's so much more available.
All right. Great conversation, everybody. So
I'm going to pass this over to Rob.
Once again, you can reach us at 323-293-3375, and we're about to wrap this up over here.
Go download that app.
There you go. Hey, he's already a natural.
Maybe.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed, my brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, did you see the game last night?
Oh, that was a good game.
But did you see the shot?
I lost money from that shot.
Oh, man, that shot was cold,
I
man.
hated it, but it was good. Damn. What's in those jeans?
You really want to know?
I do.
Exhaustion, muscle spasms, asthmatic issues, unexpected sickle cell trait crises.
Damn. Are you serious? When I was young, I found out I had sickle cell trait. My mom's told me, but I didn't have no knowledge of it. But when I got older, I had a child, and the doctor told me my daughter has sickle cell trait. You know the facts that both parents have sickle cell trait? There's a 50% chance the child may have the trait, and 25% chance the child may have the disease.
Hey, that's what's the count. Do you know that 2.5 million people in the United States have sickle cell trait, 300 million people globally? I didn't find out I had sickle cell trait until I was in the Army 10 years. Next thing you know, I had a sickle cell trait exertion site.
Sickle cell? I thought that was a black gene or something.
Nah, man, the Latin community is number 2. 1 out of 36,000 babies are being born with sickle cell disease. You could be Caucasian, Mediterranean, European. You gotta know your bloodline, man.
There is an inherited gene in our community that has been forgotten. The name is sickle cell trait. WDCONSCT, also known as What's the Count, is out to bring awareness, education, and prevention to people all over the globe. Want more information? Call us now at 323-215-5384 or visit www.wdconsct.org.
Some greens.
Yes, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen, back here live on Sports Collective TV with myself, Fredo Cervantes, and we're going to go ahead and bring you what an amazing segment previously on with Coach Abigail. As well here with the
shout out to Abigail though.
Yeah, man.
I just like the world to know that I'm a life coach. And any got lemon, honey, anything?
Should we match your voice? No.
We can do a whole show.
We don't want to get all creepy here, right?
Yeah. Anyways, let's go. Of course, NBA playoffs just started this past weekend. What an amazing weekend it was with playoffs, but a lot of downfalls, a lot of question marks that we got a chance to see with the land over there in Cleveland. What do you want to call that, Ilya?
He said don't call him Cleveland no more.
Call
the
him
land.
Not the leave land?
The land.
Cleveland. Leaving. That's the way Indiana put it down. Leaving Cleveland.
Oh, well, we'll leave it at that one. But let's go ahead and touch base on that point right now. LeBron James trying to carry his team to a victory, but there was no chance from the very beginning, from the first quarter. They dropped to about, 17 points early on. Larry Nance, Rodney Hood had a good, all right game from my point of view. But besides that, LeBron couldn't carry it overall.
Right.
What did you guys see with LeBron? I mean, did he just dial out of the game? Is he out?
First of all,
mindset?
I've seen the old LeBron. Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all remember him. The one is just staff numbers and then never show up in the fourth quarter. Y'all remember him?
Yes, sir.
A little bit.
See, okay, all right.
I think they blew it way
I remember that
before the fourth quarter yesterday.
I think what happened was LeBron knows that he has all these players that doesn't have playoff experience, and I think he let them fight through that. And I think it was one of those things where he was like, okay, I need to show these young cats what adversity looks like. They clearly failed, but they don't know. They don't know any better. So LeBron's a teacher. It's one of those things where, okay, we don't come off like that, that's what's going to happen. And it happened. So Indiana probably played their best game of the season. I mean, the series.
Yeah.
So if that's their best shot and LeBron can get that team motivated, that might be Indiana's last game they win in this series.
But the question is, can they get them motivated?
That's the $1 million question. But this is LeBron we're talking about, and I actually believe in LeBron. I am a LeBron believer, and I think he can actually get those kids motivated because everybody's hungry.
You got half the team who's never been in the playoffs before.
Exactly.
So these guys got to mature and learn the difference between regular
They
season
gotta
basketball
mature
and
quick,
playoff
though.
basketball.
You gotta play. I mean, it's playoffs. You got to play faster. Even though when you was looking at LeBron was getting hit, everybody was getting hit, and they was looking for fouls. It's the playoffs. It's just when you're just the grind.
It's a different game.
You know what I'm saying? You can't get the soft fouls. I mean, I think it was one that kept replaying it where it almost looked like he hit his nose.
Yeah.
You know, come on, man, just play. You know what I mean?
Don't y'all just love Lance Stevenson though? Just trolling again.
Yeah.
What a troll, man!
Somehow he's back.
And somehow he made his way back to Indiana, 'cause where he went everywhere. He went Charlotte, Clippers, Minnesota. I want to say he was there as well.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
He'll pop up every now and then.
Yeah, but what do you guys? I know we talked about this in the first segment where I said myself Cleveland will still win the series in 6. Do you believe that?
I do.
I think so too.
I agree with that.
I think bouncing off of what you said, this was a great lesson for all the young players who've never been in the playoffs before.
Absolutely.
And LeBron does have reason to not just jump into bailout mode as soon as they're losing their first game. So I think everybody notices now, and I think they'll be taking this way more serious. So I give Indiana one more game max to win.
You give them one more game. What do you give Philadelphia, man?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, man. They're gonna,
Let's
they're gonna give us a
go.
run for the money.
You
on
can't
these.
shoot like that forever. Unless you're Golden State.
We got a call. We got a call.
We got a call. Let's go ahead and take it in. Caller,
I
who
thought
is
she was
it?
saying my phone was ringing, but the phone is ringing. Let's go.
Name yourself, caller.
Shout us out. What's the count?
What's the count?
Oh,
yeah.
Are you the real WDC?
I'm the real. I was like, who is that imposter?
Hey, there's no truth to the rumors that you down in Texas sipping lean, is it?
Ferran, you okay back there?
I'm denying everything.
There it is. Ferran. Well, Ferran, thanks for joining us. What did you get a chance to look at over the weekend here in the NBA playoffs?
Well, I happened to be traveling that day on Saturday, and I was actually in the USO in Jacksonville watching some of the Celtic game, man. So I was pretty impressed, man. I'm a low-key Celtic fan as well.
Really? Don't come back to LA then.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought he was a Pistons fan.
But that Celtics game was pretty dope,
I
though.
said low.
That was a pretty good game. That Celtics game was pretty dope because it went into OT.
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
That was a heck of a shot,
You know what I'm
wasn't it?
saying? And they only had to hold 2 possessions with 54-something seconds to go or
that's
something like
dope.
that. And, man, they could have lost that game.
Low-key Celtic fan with a Pistons jersey. He goes,
And then / Clippers. You never know.
No,
what
this
Ferran-
Clipper on mine.
You never know what's.
Hey, why you think it's called Sports Collective?
Yeah, whatever.
Of all teams, right?
Yeah, you can just
Well, he
collect
only
all the
he
teams.
collecting based on how he could dress. So
Yeah, for real, because he full of himself.
You know, I'm full. Hey, but I just want to say, you know, I appreciate y'all. And, man, thanks for holding it down today. And I'm going to get back to what I'm doing over here. I'm in Georgia right now. So
Woo, Georgia.
trying
Oh, so not
to,
Texas.
I went from Florida to Georgia and got some more classes I'm speaking to tomorrow. And today's event, honoring DeVar's darling brother, Devon, and it was a great event. And, you know, I'm grateful to be able to help these athletes and talk about sickle cell trait, man, and help these parents understand how important it is, especially these coaches, because Devon died at Florida
State, yeah.
2001, man. So it's a big deal, man, and I appreciate y'all for holding it down. I'm going to let y'all go, wrap it up.
man, just keep doing what you love, bro. We got
Keep up
you.
the great work, man. We'll see you next week.
Save out there.
Tell Abigail,
Well, we'll let her know for you. We'll let her know.
Cut his line.
Okay.
Hey, man, we'll see you next week, brother.
What's the count?
All right,
See
man.
you Thursday, right? Thursday.
Wednesday.
Thursday.
He come
All
back
right,
Wednesday.
Ferran. We'll see you then. Stay safe out there.
Thank you. Bye.
For sure, bro.
Don't drink the water.
He in
It's a little too late there. Oh, wow. Well, of course, yeah, we're talking about that part. So let's move on a little bit into the first game that happened on Saturday afternoon between the Golden State Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs. Apparently, they were getting a lot of heat with no Curry, no problem for the Warriors. But no Kawhi. There's a problem in San Antonio with no Kawhi. I understand we've been looking at the situation, the medical staff.
Hey, Golden State, baby.
Can I just say one thing about San Antonio?
Go ahead.
And I might catch heat for it, and I do not care. That organization will not win another championship without Tim Duncan. It wasn't Greg Pop that was the engine that made it run. It was Tim Duncan.
So they're going to go dig him up out of a grave or something because
they don't do that in San Antonio. They're not with that funk. Anyways,
I'm with you, though. I'm with you.
Everybody talks about how Greg Pop is a great coach, and he is. Some people actually say he might have been better than Phil Jackson. Well, I don't know about that. No. Tim Duncan is the reason why that organization turned around and became a championship organization.
Well, Tim Duncan played the lead in regards to getting all the players bought in from salary to play time.
To the whole system.
The whole system with a lot of humility. So it's a lot of truth to what you're saying.
Yeah, Aldridge isn't doing it.
Nope.
No.
The Spurs era that we know is coming to an end, and it's not easy to build up a franchise like that again. So
but he's a once-in-a-generation player, though. So let's give him his credit as well. It's not
definitely. But my Fredo thinking my boy, he's going to be gone.
Kawhi is going to be gone. He is not
quitter.
No, yeah, he is. He's not a quitter.
He's a quitter.
So hold on. Hold on. Do you think he's going to be there?
No. He's gone.
He's gone.
See, my problem. This is my problem. When you have a veteran, when you got a veteran like Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili,
veteran or an old man?
Veteran, championship veteran at that.
Senior citizen.
Championship veteran, multiple champions.
Senior citizen.
With the same injury that he had, and he went out on the media and said that his injury isn't half as bad as mine. And he's been cleared by the trainers, and he's still refusing to play. I call that a quitter, and I will never want that dude on my team.
Let me let you know something real quick. Hold on. Let me say this one.
I called it.
Early on in the year, Kawhi Leonard was cleared by the same medical staff that cleared him just a couple weeks ago.
Absolutely.
He came back a couple games, re-injured, the same thing. Took some time off.
And he went to his own people.
He went to his own people.
Right.
Now he got cleared again for the second time in the same year. So now he's trusted. At the end of the day, he's the only one who knows how he feels. If he's capable of playing or not. Apparently, there's some couple reports out there that he's very delicate to his injuries. He does not like playing while being hurt like others.
He's mentally fragile.
Or he doesn't want to play in San Antonio anymore.
Good point.
Mentally fragile.
Might not want to be there, but at the end of the day,
you got to love Chocolate Thunder, boy. That boy say mentally.
That's what it sounds like.
No, it is what it is. But he does not deserve the heat that he's getting. At the end of the day, he knows his body. If he wants to wait till the year, I mean, do you really think if he joins this team today, can they beat Golden State?
Absolutely not. No.
There's no point in trying to re-hurt himself all over again to ruin his chance to get his max contract next year.
He's going to get it regardless, Fredo.
No, he's not. Look at DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins going to
He's going to absolutely get it.
Oh, well, there's going to be one dumb team that's going to go ahead and be
No, they're not.
You got to understand. Cousins is the business, man.
You got to understand. If it's not structural damage, which there was not, he should be fine. But see, I know where you're at. Big man, knee injury, got it.
Yes, it's not going to happen.
He's still going to get that max, though.
Well, there's going to be one dumb team to be there. There's going to be another Laker team to go ahead and sign Mozgov.
Hey, the Lakers want him.
Well, we do, but not at that max level.
You're going to have no
choice. I was about to say Mitch Kupchak.
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone. But apparently, you know who's hiring him? Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan is about to hire him as the new GM.
And Fredo, we do this like we did it at school, man. We are out of time.
We are out of time, ladies and gentlemen. Man, it was a pleasure for all the special guests we had here today. Of course, don't forget, Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Sports Collective Media. Of course, stay tuned. This Thursday, we're going to bring you some great basketball fun over from Cal State Dominguez Hills. Follow us there, IG as well. Download our app, Sports Collective Radio. And stay tuned for next week,
All
next
right,
Monday.
Let's get it in.
Let's get it in.
Let's get it in. Can we get it in?
Oh, yeah.
Sport, what's the word?
What's the word?
Sports Collective TV.
Kawhi leaving San Antonio.
Sports Collective TV on 1, 2, 3, Sports Collective TV.